In the name of Allah, the most kind and gracious. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Hope you all are doing well. I am your English teacher, Miss SABA ALATF. Today we are going to learn about a poem, A Night in June. A Night in June is a very interesting poem written by a well-known writer, William Wordsworth. Before starting the poem, let's know about the poet. William Wordsworth's time period was from 1770 to 1850, and he was encouraged to read and memorize classic poetry from a very young age. He began to write his own poems when he was still a child. His poems became popular in his lifetime, and he was the poet laureate for the last 7 years of his life. Many of his poems are about experiencing the beauty of the natural world, and most of his poems are about the natural world. That's why he is known as a poet of nature. Before starting the lesson, let's watch a video about a summer night.
Sky at night. The sky looks beautiful at night with the bright white moon and twinkling stars. If you look at the sky and observe, the stars seem to be arranged in different shapes in the sky. The moon, like the sun, is round in shape, but the moon's shape changes every day. On a full moon day, the moon is a full circle. The moon changes its shape every day till the new moon day. The moon is not seen in the sky on a new moon day. Do you want to see the stars and moon from close? Let us look at the night sky through a telescope. We can see the stars and moon so clearly. There are many stars in the sky. Did you know? There are more stars in the universe than the grains of sand on all the beaches of the world.
This was the video about the night. Let's begin the lesson, but first we'll start from the words to know. First, we will know about the two birds. First is cuckoo bird and second is thrush. The cuckoo bird and the thrush both are well known for their beautiful voices. Gushes means floods or streams. You can see in the left picture there are floods, and in the right picture the water flowing through streams. The next word is piping. It means singing or whistling of birds, as you can see in the picture. Birds are whistling and they are singing in their beautiful voices. Let's start the poem. First, I'll read the poem and then I'll explain it to you step by step. The sun has long been set. The stars are out by twos and threes. The little birds are peeping yet among the bushes and trees. There's a cuckoo and one or two thrushes and a far off wind that rushes and a sound of water that gushes and the cuckoo's sovereign cry fills all the hollow of the sky. As you can see, the poem is very well written by William Wordsworth and he is describing the night very beautifully. He is saying that sun has been set long and now there is no light and birds are set to go to their homes and some little birds are still singing in their beautiful voices, but most of the birds are in bushes and to the tree move towards the trees. And he's also saying that in the evening cuckoo birds start singing and also he's talking about the thrushes. They both start singing in their beautiful voices in the evening. And he's also saying that beautiful wind is rushes all around and the water sound is gushes and the cuckoo's sovereign cry because the cuckoo's voice is very sad and he sang in his beautiful voice and whole the sky is covered with his sovereign cry. A Night in June by William Wordsworth is the poem about the beautiful night in London during summers. The sun took a long time to set in June. Two or three stars were shining bright, and the birds were chirping, and the trees and bushes, the flowing water, and a far off blowing wind made sounds. The poet describes how the sky is full of such beautiful things. So William Wordsworth wrote this poem about a night in London and he was very inspired by the beauty of the night. And it is the beginning time of the night and the birds were started moving towards their homes and still they are having the sounds with them, they want to speak and still they want to share their beautiful voices with the nature. And he told us about the different birds like cuckoo and the thrushes, and he is also observing the other things like flowing of winds and the flowing water, flow of wind and the sounds they are producing. And he's saying that this it's the beginning of the evening, so some stars are starting appearing on the sky and soon after some time the whole sky will be covered with the beautiful stars and moon will appear. It was the beautiful poem that is giving us a very that is changing our mood and that is giving us the energy and it is also giving us the appreciation about the nature. Let's recap the lesson. Today we have read about a poem that was very written by William Wordsworth, and it was very well written and well described about the about a night in June. The writer William Wordsworth portray about the wonderful night of summer in London. In June, the sun set aside long effort to set. Couple of tune-winged creatures, a cuckoo or a thrush, are singing. The time a few stars are turning out, little winged creatures are tweeting among the shrubs and trees. Every one of the spaces of the sky top off by these wonderful things. This was the poem for today. Inshallah, we will meet again in some other lesson. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Allah Hafiz.